On Saturday, the U.S. tested a Patriot missile system it has installed in its embassy in the Iraqi capital Baghdad, located inside the city's heavily fortified green zone. The move was met with strong condemnation from Iraqi officials. Iraq's Deputy Parliament Speaker Hassan Karim al-Kabi on Saturday described the test as provocative and in violation of international law. He also called on the Iraqi government to take swift measures to halt such actions. He noted the embassy's move to fire in a residential area in the heart of Baghdad is an unacceptable act and another challenge for the Arab country, adding to the mass of its provocations and illegal actions in Iraq. Mohammad Reza al-Haidar, head of the Iraqi Parliament's Security and Defense Committee, also denounced the test as unacceptable, saying embassies should not be turned into garrisons.
See, there is nothing like this embassy in any capital city around the world. The Americans claim that their embassy is a diplomatic mission. Well, such a diplomatic mission requires more than 25,000 personnel. 99% of them are military and intelligence officers. The American embassy is nothing more than an occupation military barracks, whose personnel are paranoid to death and worried about their safety in Baghdad.
The development comes as facilities hosting American forces or diplomats have been frequently targeted by rocket attacks in recent weeks amid public anger over U.S. military presence in the country. The United States accuses Iraq's popular mobilization units of carrying out attacks on facilities housing American diplomats and troops. This is while the PMU, which is part of the Iraqi military, has never claimed responsibility for such attacks. Last month, however, security forces temporarily detained several members of Kataib Hezbollah, a military unit operating under the PMU, for allegedly planning a rocket attack on Baghdad's Green Zone. They were released shortly afterward and all charges against them were dropped. But the raid on Kataib Hezbollah's headquarters has raised serious questions about Iraq's direction under the new government, as Iraqi leaders describe it as an attempt dictated by the U.S. occupiers.
When the storming of the headquarters of the popular mobilization units, witnesses say there is American forces were in the area monitoring the whole thing. And at the end of the day, the courts in Iraq dismissed this action and said there is nothing against the mobilization units from this prime minister is saying. And when taking account major figures from such Iraqi government and Iraqi elite, they came with the American occupation. Plus, there is stooges developed in Iraq who serve the American agenda.
Baghdad and Washington are currently in talks over the withdrawal of American troops, although the U.S. warned Iraq of sanctions several times in the past should such a plan is set into motion. U.S. President Donald Trump has balked at the idea of withdrawing troops with the threat to seize Iraq's oil money held in bank accounts in the United States. But one thing's for certain: Iraqis managed to bring security and stability to their country after a years-long face-off with Daesh terrorists. There's no reason to believe that they won't do the same in the face of another threat that would endanger their country's sovereignty and integrity.